Hello children, today we are going to discuss that is environmental balance. Already I have taught this lesson that just I want to today revise the whole lesson that you carefully listen that those who not seen the lesson that. Now see that environmental balance, what exact we studied from this lesson. Now we see environmental balance. What is meant by the environmental balance? Means you studied the what is meant by environment. Environment it means what that wherever you are living, that is the surrounding. You know, surrounding you that so many things are there. Biotic, abiotic, living and non-living things are there. That all non-living, living, that is a condition, temperature, sunlight, air, water, all together it is called as the environment. Especially that environment balance, it belongs to the environmental science there. Environmental science, it is one subject, it is a branch of the biology. That already I talked in the first video there. There is a branch of science, it means that is biology. In the environmental science, that is one can study about the living and non-living things. That the interrelation between the living and non-living things, and that overall that is called as the environmental science. Now in the environmental balance, you see that what the exact these lessons you are studying there. Now you see that what exact that ecosystem you will study that. You know that when you will go in the higher standard, that time you will study about all these things. Here the ecosystem. Ecosystem it means that is a place is there where the place is there where the the large community that is a living non-living things are there. That about their relations, how they are dependent on each other. Then you will study. After that you will see that exact. If you go through the lesson, so many things are there. I have made here point also there. You will study biodiversity. What is meant by biodiversity? That also I will explain that. After that you will study about the environment. What is the environment? That again I will explain that. After that you see that what is that? All these are the plants and animals are there. How they are that is dependent on each other there. Plants are there, living and non-living things are there. You know that here see that one that fallen trees are there. You know that this is the clouds, rainfall it is there. This is the water. You know this sunlight, this is the plant, animals, all these things you will study there. And after that you will study that is what is the food chain. That also I will explain because I have made the notes there. What are the food chains? Exact what happens in the food chains? What is this animal? Now see that food chain and food web means what that? How they are interrelated. After that you will see that the most important things is the plant is there. The plant playing a very very important role in our life that in our not life that is the whole the world that because the plants are the producers. We are surviving on the plant only that. The plants because the plants they produce their own food that also I will explain that. Now see that how these all the animals are interrelated. They are dependent on each other there. And this is the food web there. Food web means that is a mood that is a many food chains. They are interrelated. They are together and that is called as the food web. Now how the environmental balance it occurs there. Really naturally there. What the points are there that I will explain one by one. Now you see that. Now these are the points are there. First, what is the biodiversity? Biodiversity it means that is a variety of the living things. They belongs to one particular area. That area is called as the biodiversity. Bio means life. Diversity means the variety of the living things. Now here the variety of the living things belonging to a particular area is called as the biodiversity. See that in our India or in the world, that is everywhere you see that many places are there that whether they are the biodiversity or not that is very important because nowadays we are seeing that human beings they are interfering the natural things are there. They are disturbing the nature. They are spoiling the nature. They are destroying the nature. That's why biodiversity is collapsing. That it is collapsed. That means it is going to end. That's why we have to take care about the biodiversity because the biodiversity is playing a very very important role. That is all living things. Whether all the living things they are getting the food or not, whether they are surviving or not. That is very important. This is the main core of this lesson. That scientists make a large number of the observations to study the biodiversity. They make the observations during the daytime, night time, as well as in different seasons. Such efforts are done over a long period of time. Supposed to be, if you see that, if you have anyone that is a place is there, supposed to be forest you have there. In that forest, biodiversity is there or not there. How you will know that? How you will aware that whether the biodiversity, the healthy biodiversity is there or not. That's why what the scientists they have to do that. The scientists what they will observe that area, that place they will observe that. At daytime they will observe, at night time they will observe, at any season they will observe. And if whatever the plants are there, whatever the living things are there, whatever the biotic things are there, biotic means that is the living things there. Abiotic means the non-living things are there. How they are interrelated, how they are dependent on each other, that every plant and that every animal, whether they are getting the food or not, that the scientists they will see that, and after that they will announce, they will declare, yes, the biodiversity is the healthy in this area, like that. After that, what is the environment? Environment, it is a very broad term, that is that I want to make you understand that. Children, you know that at your home that environment. Now you heard this word that in study environment होना चाहिए. Yes sir. Environment means what? The environment means that is first you have to understand the home environment. What do you mean by home environment? In the home you see that so many things are arranged there. Living as well non-living things are there. And we have arranged that things according to our convenience there. Easily we can get it there. And that is a home environment. Means that all the things are, that is a setting that. We have set that. And that is called as a home environment. But in the home, that is this environment, the natural environment means what that? Whole on this earth, so many things are there. Plants are there, mountains are there, sea are there, the rivers are there, ponds are there. So many things are there. Who arranged this? Naturally they are arranged there. And that is called as the environment. The animal and the plants in the particular surrounding and non-living components such as the sunlight, air, water, soil put together make the environment. Environment, it means what that? Environment means it includes the living things, it includes the non-living things. Non-living things like that is the sunlight, air, water, soil, rock, all these things are called. All together it is called as the environment. Living things as well as non-living things. Living and non-living things are dependent on each other. Understand that? Because you know that we also, water, we need the water. What is the living or non-living? Non-living things are there. Means that we are dependent on the water. Like that, living and non-living are dependent on each other. There is a continuous interaction between these two. Continuously interactions we have there. And in environmental sciences, these interactions are studied in the environmental sciences. This is the study there. Because environmental science is what that? It is a branch of the science and it studied about the living and non-living things, their interactions in deeply they study, and that is called as the environmental science. What is the food chain? It is a very, very important word. Many students they confuse. Sir, what is the food chain? Food chain, it means what? The many living things they come together for the food and they are dependent on each other. That is called as the food chain. Living things depends upon each other for food and feeding. And the interdependence upon themselves for the food is called as the food chain. In the textbook already it is shown that. I will show you that. Now you see it. Now see it. This is the sunlight. Sun is the main energy of the food there. Energy, that is, you know that whatever the living things they are getting the energy from the sun. Ultimate source of the energy, it is the sun. Now due to the sun, this is the grass is there, plants are there, small grass. And that is the grass is eaten by this is a what? Small caterpillar it is there. And the caterpillar it is eaten by what then? This insects. And this insects is eaten by this sparrow. It means that all these living things are connected each other. Yes or no? Now you are seeing that these living things are connected each other and for the food, that is called as the food chain. If supposed to be they are linking each other, if any component, any link is missed, what happens? This food chain is going to an end that. It means this food chain it will be collapsed. And that's why in this way the food chain it means what? The many living things they are connected each other for the food, and that is called is the food chain. In nature there are the different types of the food chain. If any one connection is lost in the food chain, then that food chain comes to an end. That what I am saying that only I say that because any of the components, any of the living things is missed, or if we interfere, because of other living things they can't get the food. That's why that food chain comes to an end. That's why we should take care. The human being should not disturb, should not interfere any natural, that ecosystem. In the ecosystem, the food chains are there. What is the food web? When the different food chains are combined together, they form a food web. Means the many food chains they come together, they combine together, and that is called as the food web. Now I will show you that. What is the food web? Food web, it is the one diagram it is there. Now you see. This is a picture of the food web. Now you see that one that is a living things, they are dependent on each other. Where is? You know that this is a deer is there. Deer is eaten by, this is a fox. Fox is eaten by, you know that? Now again, this is also eaten then. Now this deer, it is eaten by, that is a plant. And plant is eaten by this also. Now you see that this is a food web. Means that is a one component, one living things. They are connected. Many other things are there, and that is called as the food web. Food web for the interlinking of the several food chains. That is it. You know that? Now this is a rat is there. Rat is eaten by snake is also there. Rat is the food of this eagle also, this snake also. Now how they are linking, many things are there. Now again this frog, you see that frog, this insect is eaten by frog, and frog is eaten by this snakes there. Like that they are interlinking there, they are connected many food chains, that is called as the food web. Plants. What are the plants? Plants form a main support of any food chain in the nature. One important thing you have to understand, plants are very, very important because the plants are the producers. Whatever we are eating the food day to day, where from it coming there? From the plant only. The plant prepares the own food by the photosynthesis process. That is very important there. And that's why whatever the food chains we have there, in all the food chains if you see there, the plant is the main thing, that is the main support of all the food chains. Because the herbivorous are in the plant, whatever you will see the food chains, in the food chains includes the herbivorous. Herbivorous animals consume only the plant material. Okay? Herbivorous means that those plants which eats the only plant. That is carnivorous animals feed upon the plant eating of the herbivorous animal. Carnivorous plants, it means the flesh eating animals there. They eat the herbivorous plants there. Herbivorous animals. And plant prepare their own food with the help of the sunlight, carbon dioxide, and from the air, water and minerals from the soil. I think photosynthesis process you might have studied in the last year also. Photosynthesis process occurs only in the plant only there. What happens in the photosynthesis process? Photosynthesis process, plants prepare the food. How they prepare the food? They take the carbon dioxide through the air, through the stomata. Stomata, it is in the leaf, that is tiny pores are there, small holes are there. That are the nose of the plant there. They take the carbon dioxide from the air and they take the water from the root. And carbon dioxide and water, they are mixed in the presence of sunlight, and that is a chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, it is a green substance which is present in the plant. That's why that all the plants leaf you see that they are green in color there. Why they are green in color? Because the plants present the chlorophyll, and with the help of the chlorophyll, with the help of the sunlight, plants makes the food, and that is called as the photosynthesis process. The product is there, that is a carbohydrate. Carbohydrate, it is the food, and along with the carbohydrate food, they produce the oxygen also and water also. That's why the plants, they are also, that is an air purifier also, that because we are getting the air, that is the oxygen, which is very important. And where from we are getting? From the plant. How they are giving to the nature? Through the photosynthesis process. That you have to understand. And last point, that is the environmental balance means what there? Due to the various food chains, every living thing obtain its own food there. Let's adjust that. That is a microorganism is the soil bring about the decomposition of the residual substances. This forms the nutritive substances like the fertilizer in the plants. Important things is that like that. In the soil, some microorganisms are there. Not only in the soil, the microorganisms are playing a very important role in the nature. Because microorganisms, you know that they are present everywhere. They are present in water, they are present in air, they are present in the soil. Actually, what their functions, what they do the work that. Now if you microorganism, you know that in the soil so many things are there. Every year we get, that is we take the crops there. In the soil you know that sometimes some animals they died, they fall in the soil. In some plants also they dead, and their residual substances means that is a dead, that is a wastage. It falls in the soil, and in the soil microorganisms are there. What their functions? What they do? They decompose these things, and after decomposing from it, that nutritive substance is formed. That is called as the fertilizer, manure, and that the plants take such matter from the soil and they grow. And that matter already naturally it is made in the soil. Who made this? The microorganisms, and they use the plants and they grow. Important cycle in the nature. Many cycles are there. Animals consume plants use the substances from the soil for their growth. These substances are from the dead and decaying animals and the plant matter by the microorganisms by the process of the decomposition. This forms an important cycle in the balanced environment. How the environment balance? Supposed to be in a day, every day if you are seeing that, you know thousands of the animals they are dying there. Millions of the animals they are dying there. What happens after dying there? They will, that is a mix in the soil. If the microorganism will not be there, what would happen then? Who will decompose their body then? Microorganisms decomposing their body, they are mixing in the soil and the new substance is forming, that is a manure or the fertilizer, and again they are using, and this cycle is going there, and that's why the nature are cleaning them. Nature becomes a clean them. Who clean the nature? Microorganism. Remember that. Now after that, water cycle. You know that water cycle is a natural phenomena. Already you have studied that last year. But here the water cycle, it is a very important process that you know that evaporation is there, condensation is there, then precipitation is there. That all the processes are there. And in the water cycle, it is a naturally it occurs that, and that's why that everyone getting the water. After that, oxygen and carbon dioxide cycle, it is very important. You know that plants they are preparing the food and they are giving the oxygen to the nature, and the animals while they breathe and what they take the oxygen and use the carbon dioxide. Means that this cycle, all the animals use the oxygen from the environment for breathing. They give out the carbon dioxide during this process. All the plants use the carbon dioxide in the preparation of the food. They give out the oxygen in this process. This cycle keeps the balance of the both gases. How these gases are maintained or balanced in the nature? Now the animals are there and the plants are there. Animals they are taking the oxygen for breathing, and return what I am giving? Carbon dioxide. And who is taking the carbon dioxide? Plants they are taking the carbon dioxide. Why? Because they have to prepare the food there. For preparing the food they need the carbon dioxide. They are taking the carbon dioxide, and return what they are giving? Oxygen. It means that this carbon dioxide and the oxygen they are interchanging by the plants and the animals, and in this way this carbon dioxide and the oxygen cycle is going in the nature. Last point, interaction between the living things and the non-living things are there. When the environment is balanced form, the living and living non-living interaction go on continuously in the nature. This maintains the food chains on the earth. That is very important. That living means that is a living. It means that one living thing depends on the other living things, and that's why that is a food chain. You know all the food chains. It means what? All the living things are connected for the food, for the feeding. If any animal is missed, what happens? The other animal they will not get the food, because all the animals they are dependent on each other, and that's why this is a living. That is an interaction. You have to remember that. Non-living things. It means what then? Now we need the water there, and we are the living things, and water is the non-living things. If you are not getting the living, that is the water, pure water, and then what happens? You will not survive, and that's why non-living things interaction it is there. And due to the human interference, this is a very important. Due to the human interference, due to the human destroyed attitude, and these cycles will break down and can cause an environmental imbalance. Here I would like to say you that everyone should take care that always you are aware that whatever you are doing any activity, first you think before what you are going to do that in the nature, whether you are adverse the nature or not, you see that and stop. If you are doing any wrong thing, you stop it there and concentrate on it that. In this way, this is a whole lesson, environmental balance here. I wind up that. Again, once you go through the lesson, read it,